Darren Burgoyne was said to have won the lottery after being spared jail. The goalkeeper, who was also the football captain for the team Seven Towers FC in Ballymena, County Antrim, was arrested for GBH. At the time, the 39-year-old, who was described as a man you didn't want to mess with, on and off the pitch, was also working as a part-time bouncer and doorman who was working the doors at a pub in Ballycastle on July 30th, 2022. The victim, who was a Welshman in his 50s, had travelled from Wales to Northern Ireland for a motorcycle event. With a group of friends, the victim began drinking at roughly 11 a.m, bar and pub hopping to different establishments. As the drinks flowed, the victim began to become more animated and more excited. He was then denied entry at the pub Darren Burgoyne was working at. Darren told the victim to go and get some coffee and sober up. The victim, however, walked towards Darren, hands stuffed in his pockets. In response, Darren was said to push the victim back with so much force that the 50-year-old victim had been shoved literally off his feet, and he crashed to the ground, head slapping off the cold hard pavement, with so much force that the victim suffered bleeding on the brain and also multiple skull fractures. On impact, Darren realised that he had done something wrong because the dad of 6 had put his head in his hands. Now, ambulance was called and Darren gave first aid until paramedics arrived on the scene. The victim was then rushed to Causeway Hospital before being transferred to Belfast's Royal Victoria Hospital, where he was placed in a medical-induced coma and underwent emergency surgery. The victim's condition was considered not only serious but also life-changing and life-altering. The victim now requires 24-hour care. His movement and cognitive ability has been badly impaired, and his parents have power of attorney over him now. When Darren was arrested, he admitted to GBH and explained that he had pushed the victim as he feared that he was going to be butted, and how the 50-year-old victim had looked aggressive. In court, it also came to light that Darren had previously been involved in separate incidences where hands and legs were used. Darren had landed a hook on a man in a football match, and another incident where Darren had caused a man to have stitches on his lip while working as a bouncer back in 2010. The judge opted, however, out of a prison sentence for Darren and instead explained that Darren would have to be handed a 3-year probation order and ordered him to perform 100 hours of community service due to what was described as family circumstances. Does the crime match the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe.